Hello and welcome to the Spring Market Update for the City of Whitehorse. Today we're going to discuss what's happening in the market. We're also going to hear from Martin from Bennett Financial Group with regards to interest rates and home loans. 2012 has enjoyed a certain consistency throughout the year. While prices might not have been as high as 2010, we've seen some strong demand and excellent results being achieved for quality properties. Our office in Blackburn has recorded our strongest month ever in September, which trumps the last record, which was set back in 2009 and 2010, which was a much stronger market. We expect the RBA's decision to reduce the standard cash rate to 3.25% to have a positive impact in buyer confidence over the coming months, and we wait in anticipation to see whether it reduces again in the last few months. Over the past 3 months, there have been 667 sales recorded in the City of Whitehorse, which is an excellent outcome for this terrific place many of us call home. The highest result for the City of Whitehorse in 2012 so far has been 125 to 129 Hawthorn Road, Forest Hill, which sold for $3.66 million, and we believe this will be a 19 or 20 unit development site. The lowest sale price was $110,000 for one of the student apartments at 490 Elgar Road in Box Hill. Springtime always presents buyers with plenty of choice. It is imperative though, before you start your search, that you speak to a mortgage broker, understand your financial situation. We often see people week after week, month after month coming through open homes who haven't worked out how much they can spend yet. I'm joined by Martin Bennett from Bennett Financial Group, who's going to discuss with you today some important things you need to know before looking for a home. Hi Martin, thanks for joining us on the Market Update.
Tim, thanks very much for having me.
A couple of questions I've got for you. First of all, we see buyers often missing out at auctions. They miss out on private sales. They look around for 6 months. They're probably sick of the real estate bubble. What advice can you give to people to find a home in a short period of time? And I suppose, what should they look for in a home loan?
I think, as with everything, preparation is always key. So when you're ready to buy, make sure you've sat down with a good mortgage broker, understand where you're at financially, understand what you can afford to spend, and make sure you have that purchase budget in place. With regards to auctions and the style of buying, if you find a great real estate agent, they should be able to explain to you the differences. So when you're ready and you've got everything in order, you should be able to go in with confidence, whether it's an auction or private sale, because at the end of the day, it's once you're prepared and you know what you're doing and everything's in order, you shouldn't have any problems. So
a lot of first-home buyers are quite nervous about the auction process. Yes. Would you say that's just down to a lack of an experience or information on their behalf, or?
I definitely think it is. I have a lot of people coming to me to buy their first home, second home, and it is just a lack of knowledge of what happens out there. There's always a bit of a stigma going into auction. That's just a lack of understanding.
Because really, it's the most transparent way to buy a property. You can see clearly what other people are going to offer on the home. So as far as that goes, I think it is that nervous bit of uncertainty about it. But we often see people just miss out by that last 1,000 or 2,000. And I understand what you do is very different to a bank.
Yes, it is. So as a mortgage broker, it's our job to work for the client, not for the banks. When you go directly to a bank, they really only have one option to work with. We deal with around 30 different lenders.
Okay.
Within those lenders, we have hundreds of different products. So we're able to really sit down with the client, work out what's most important for them, and then we can play the banks off each other to make sure you are getting the actual very best interest rate. And leading up to an auction, you want to make sure you've got all the checks done with regards to your home loan. So when you're there, you're putting in an offer, you're not going to have any problems with the finance, and you can move forward and succeed.
What are the rates out there at the moment? What should buyers be looking for?
Well, I think the biggest thing with rates at the moment, because there's a lot of talk, interest rates are going down, people aren't really sure, should they fix it? Should they have a variable rate? Whenever you want to know where the market's going to move in terms of interest rates, watch the bank's fixed rates.
Okay.
Generally speaking, whenever the banks are lowering their fixed rates, it's often a great indication that they believe the variable rates are going to continue to go down.
So do you think we'll see another drop before the end of the year?
Yeah, I think it's very possible. Just early this week, one of the lenders we deal with reduced their 3-year fixed rate down to 5.19%.
Wow, that's pretty aggressive.
Which it's very aggressive. It's probably the cheapest rate in the market at the moment. So if we take that as an example, I think we're really going to see variable rates slowly coming down again, almost to that sort of mark.
So in summary, what would you say the 2 or 3 key things buyers should do before they go shopping for a home?
Yeah, definitely. 1, know what you want in a home.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
make sure you've got a good team around you. A good team is have a good real estate agent who can actually understand the process and teach you the process, and have a great mortgage broker. A good mortgage broker is not just going to get you a loan. They're going to hold your hand as much as you need through the process and make sure you're confident going in and confident putting in bids.
Well, thanks very much for joining us, and you've been quite informative, and we look forward to chatting again soon.
Thanks very much, Tim.
If you're considering a sale before the end of the year, you have about 2 or 3 weeks left. Most homeowners underestimate the time involved to get their property ready and set up, and sometimes don't take into account that lead time. Of course, it's also important that you maximise your property's best features. If it has a pool or an outdoor entertaining area which presents much better in summer, then it's always better to market your property over this time. Some recent highlights from our Blackburn office include 2 Gordon Crescent, which is a landmark listing for the area. The home dates back to the late 1800s and is located in Dress Circle, Blackburn, where properties are very tightly held. This was one of the original homes in Blackburn, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to secure the home. I'm Tim Longmore from Noel Jones. Thanks for taking the time to watch our market update, and we look forward to chatting with you soon.